A millionaire laughed at me in the bank when I asked to check my balance. To him, I looked like a broke man with worn shoes and nothing to his name. But when the ATM screen lit up, the laughter stopped. The entire room went silent, because the number on that screen told a story of failure, sacrifice, and one woman who believed in me when nobody else did. And what happened next changed everything. My phone vibrated softly in my hand. Emma's name glowed on the screen. For a second, the bank disappeared around me. I answered. Her voice came through warm and familiar, like sunlight after a long winter. "Did you check it?" she asked gently. I looked again at the glowing numbers. Years of struggle, compressed into silent digits. "Yes," I said quietly. There was a small pause. Not the pause of doubt. The pause of two people remembering 1,000 difficult days. I remembered the cold apartment, the borrowed chairs, the nights Emma studied bills while pretending not to worry. I remembered her selling the house, placing her entire faith in a man who had failed more times than he had succeeded. The millionaire was still standing beside me, now silent, waiting. I spoke softly into the phone. "We made it." Emma laughed. Not loudly. Just a gentle laugh, full of relief and quiet pride. "I always knew we would," she said. Those words carried more weight than the billions on the screen. I turned to the millionaire. His expression had changed. The arrogance was gone. In its place was curiosity. "How?" he asked. I slipped my card back into my wallet. "My success did not begin with money," I said. "It began with someone who believed in me when failure was the only thing I could offer." I walked toward the door. Sunlight poured through the glass entrance. Warm, bright, honest. Outside, the air smelled of rain and new beginnings. Emma was waiting across the street. The same gentle smile that had carried me through every storm. In that moment I understood something simple and powerful. Money can build empires, but faith, love, and sacrifice build the person who earns it. The greatest investment in life is not an idea or a business. It is believing in someone when the world refuses to. And sometimes, that belief changes everything. The laughter behind me stopped. The room grew strangely quiet. I heard the soft hum of the machine and the faint ticking of the wall clock. The screen finished loading. A long number appeared. More zeros than the eye expected. I did not react. I simply stared as memories rushed through my chest. The millionaire leaned forward. His confident smile slowly faded. Someone behind him whispered. The teller looked twice at the screen as if the numbers were playing a trick. My balance stood there in cold digital light. Billions built from sleepless nights and stubborn faith. For a moment no one spoke. The millionaire cleared his throat. His voice had lost its sharp edge. "That cannot be right," he said quietly. But the machine did not argue. Numbers do not lie. I removed my card slowly, feeling the smooth plastic between my fingers. The weight of the past pressed gently against my heart. Because I remembered something far more valuable than the money. Emma's voice. Soft. Steady. The night everything almost collapsed. Our first company had failed. Debt collectors called every morning. I sat at the kitchen table staring at a stack of unpaid bills. The air smelled of burnt coffee and quiet despair. "I have destroyed our future," I told her. My hands were shaking. Emma stood beside the window watching the rain slide down the glass. She turned toward me. There was no anger in her eyes, only calm strength. She walked over slowly and placed a folded paper in front of me. It was the deed to her father's small house. The only inheritance she had. I am selling it, she said gently. My heart dropped. You cannot sacrifice everything for my dream. Her fingers wrapped around mine. Warm. Certain. This is not your dream anymore, she said, it is our future. That moment terrified me more than failure. Because someone believed in me more than I believed in myself. Back in the bank, the millionaire stepped closer. His voice was no longer. The bank smelled of polished wood and quiet judgment. My shoes were dusty. My jacket carried the memory of long nights and cheap coffee. When I stepped to the machine, a man behind me laughed. A real millionaire. Perfect suit. Diamond watch. A voice full of easy power. Careful, he said with a grin. You might discover you are broke. People around us smiled politely. They saw a tired man. They did not see the years. The freezing mornings. When my stomach was empty. The warehouse floor. Where I slept beside humming machines. The rejection letters. That felt like knives in my chest. And they did not see her. Emma. The woman who stood beside me. When I had nothing. Except stubborn hope. I still remember the night. I almost gave up. Rain hit the cracked window of our tiny apartment. My laptop screen glowed blue. With another failed business idea. I buried my face in my hands. I am tired of losing, I whispered. Emma sat beside me. Her hands were warm. Soft against my shaking fingers. You are not losing, she said quietly. You are learning how not to quit. She sold her only gold necklace. To keep my dream alive. Worked double shifts. While I built something no one believed in. Even when investors laughed. Even when friends disappeared. Even when my own family said I was chasing a foolish dream. Years passed. Pain became discipline. Failure became a teacher. And one quiet morning, our small idea finally worked. The numbers began to grow. Slowly. Then faster. Then unbelievably fast. But no one in this bank knew that story. To them, I was just a poor man. Checking a balance. The millionaire behind me chuckled again. Go ahead, he said. Let us see the damage. I slid my card into the machine. The screen flickered. My heart beat slowly. Not from fear. From memory. The machine processed the request. Numbers began to appear. And suddenly, the laughter behind me stopped.